What's the word, YouTube Nation? Carbide97 back with another Transformers video review. This time, we're taking a look at Transformers 4 Age of Extinction Scorn. Yeah, look at that guy. He's like, none shall pass. Like, come on, man, we got a princess to save. None shall pass. Some of you know where I'm going with that. Anyway, we're going to be taking a look at him today, and can I just say that despite all the naysayers, I'm down with this guy, man. I mean, he's one tough bunny. He's armed to the tooth. He's got, I mean, he carries arms. He has the right to keep and bear arms. We're going to take a close look at this guy today. First thing we're going to do right now, though, is take a look at this here packaging. Zoom out just a minute. All right. So as we can see, this is from Transformers 4, the new movie, Age of Extinction. If you haven't seen it, go do it. It's worth it. It's worth every penny. If you got to pay $15, $20 to get in, it's worth it. Especially if you love Transformers. And if you didn't, you wouldn't be watching this. So, go see it. First thing I want to say about this packaging. I discovered that this, see that right there? That is a sticker. And I'm going to see how well it comes off. And I'm going to stick it somewhere back there in the background. Because I'm nerdy like that. So we'll take a look at the back here. I mean, the side that's pretty much, you know, you got a little bit of artwork of Scorn right there. So, looking all vicious. Transformers Generations Deluxe Class, Series M4, number 4. So he is the last of his series, and you've got a product shot of some of his partners that are in the show. Dinosaur Mode, Beast Mode, a little bit of his bio. If you'd like to take a look at that, you can get it in there, get a shot of it sideways. Not a lot of filming room this morning. And that's it. No, wait, let's see what's in the box. Instructions. You might need those. Not the simplest of figures. I knocked you over, I'm sorry. Also, you get this. This is a poster of all the things Stomp and Chomp Grimlock. The Transformer, I am pretty sure the majority of us can agree that we're not getting. I mean, he's $80, and he's about half the height of Metroplex if you've got him. I guess he's right around the same height of the RID combined form of Optimus Prime and Ultra Magnus. On the back side here, we've got some more product shots. We've got some of the clothing, the Creo guys, Battle Masters, Shaft Factory, and then of course you've got your other Transformers. Slash, I want to take a closer look at him. I have one problem with him, and I know this isn't about him, but his helmet looks like a construction hard hat. And he kind of looks like he's wearing a grass hula. Other than that, I mean, his dinosaur mode, look at that. It's a Velociraptor, man. Guy's cool. Alright, so let's get back to the show. Alright, so we've got him now into his alt mode, into his dinosaur mode, and he is a Spinosaur in this mode. And you know, one thing, just a tiny spoiler alert, the one thing I'm a little bit disappointed in this dinosaur, or in this alt mode, is that he doesn't have his two other rows of spikes. I know a Spinosaur doesn't have those, which I think is why they only did it like that, or for the complication of transformation, who really knows. But in the movie, he's got two more sets of spikes that come out the side, and it looks so... Translate that. Alright, I think you know what I'm talking about. Other than that, this guy, I mean, look at him. I mean, he's cool. This is a cool Dinobot. Some people say, well, he's not really all that much in proportion, and he's kind of hard to stand up. You know, I didn't have any problems standing him up. I guess because maybe he's in pretty good proportions. I don't know. But anyway, let's go ahead and, sorry about that, take a look. Comparison shot with him and his co-star. And there he is. Slug. Kind of reminds me of a Chinese pug. If they had been dinosaurs. I know they're not really Chinese, they're just pugs. Whatever. Oh yeah, by the way, it sticks. Cool. So yeah, there's those guys. And bringing their other compañero. There he is, Mr. Drift. And I would have to say that these guys look pretty good together. And in their alt modes, it's still off, but the scale really isn't terrible between, you know, these two and that guy. He should still be quite a bit smaller. And he should be quite a bit bigger than him, but yeah, they're toys. That's why we have imagination. If you got kids, you know what that was. Alright, so we'll take a look at these guys. Well, that guy today. These other guys some other day. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know. Get Slug out of there, and we'll get our little Spinosaur buddy back in the center light, the limelight. We'll get a closer look at him, and we'll transform him and see what we really think about him. And by the way, because I want to try to help you save money, you can find this guy at Target right now, which today is the 29th of June 2014, for $10. I think Walmart has him on occasion. The Walmart that we live close to has nothing but like the stupid Transformers, like the ones for little kids. I don't want to say stupid, I'm sorry, not stupid, the extremely simple. Okay, maybe simple is also the transformation, how do you say this politically correct? Transformationally challenged. There it is. The ones where you're like, and it's done. Or you go like, it doesn't work on this guy. He's a little bit more complicated. He actually went to transformation school. He actually didn't trade in his T-Cog for a bucket of grease. Anyway, let's take a look at him. In robot mode, we're going to transform him step by step, and we might even do it according to the instructions. Why, I don't know. Maybe sometimes because they know what we need to do better than we do. Oh, I'm sorry. We ought to look at take a look at his articulation. In robot mode, his head can move up and down, but then his gullet falls back down. His mouth can open, which can be kind of a pain in the... there it goes. And it opens nice. Watch this. It's like this face of surprise. And his tail can move up and down a little bit and swivel. But then, of course, you know, you got this whole, whatever that is, going on. His feet can move forward a little bit, like that. His hip flap can fall over. You can make him stand up tall if you'd like. Use his his robot leg length. You can do that. You can totally do that. He can look around with his head, which is nice. He can be like, ooh, ooh. So there's that. Now that I've got it totally jacked up, let's go ahead and take him into transformation, shall we? Okay, so the first thing that you're going to do is pivot the spines so that you see this gap right here, that the tallest portion is pointing towards that, and you're going to see these two holes in the back, two slots. You see those? And these two little tabs, rubber tabs on the bottom of these spines. These are going to go into there. Just so. Okay. Then you can go ahead and take his hip flaps here, pop them down. He's going to have his false teeth. He's an old dinosaur. Fold those down. Then you can take his legs here, pivot them forward. Do the same with this side. Okay. And then you can pop them the rest of the way down. Basically, you just want to, you can put pressure on this knee joint, pop it down like that. And then you can take his middle toe here, you can see the middle toe, and bring it back. There you go. And you got his pointy elf boots, or night boots. Okay. So you got him like that. Next thing you're going to want to do is, let's keep him in frame first of all. Okay, next thing, you just pop these out, flare out his legs. You can see on both sides here that they both come out. This side, you just can grab those and split them apart. Basically, it just gives them a more complete calf look or shin guard or what have you. Okay. Next thing you're going to want to do is, let's see, put those back down. And you can pull his chest piece down here. This is, his dino chest. This is not obviously his robot chest. You just pull that down. And then you can go ahead and, false teeth down. You can pivot him. Let's see, yeah, you're going to go back this way. Just as such. And really cool little deal here. Push that back down. You can take this, turn it, let's go, turn it, boop. It separates this whole thing. It pushes this whole section up, makes this little spiky available so you can pop up his head. I know, we're supposed to do that epic head reveal at the very last, but this is my show. I'm doing it. If you want to do it that way, you can do your own show. You hear me? Yeah. Oops, what the heck is going on here? So, you see this pivot down here, right in here, there's the pin for it. You just bring that down, bring it all the way back, as far back as it'll go, and that makes his little belly flap ornament, armor, doohickey there, flush with his, what would be his abdomens, his dino robo abs, whatever. Keep that down. Why? That's not, stay put. You stupid. I'm sorry, you're not, I'm sorry, you're not, it's not your fault. It's Hasbro's fault. And by the way, thank you, Hasbro. I'm going to go ahead and say you guys did a pretty good job on this guy. I mean, we've definitely seen worse. We've seen better. We've seen a lot better. But we have definitely seen worse. So, continuing on with the transformation, the next thing the instructions say we're supposed to do is bring his arm down. And this is, unfortunately, he can't just, pop this off. There's no fist underneath here. It's just solid rubber all the way up. Who knows, maybe one day someone from Shapeways, someone that knows 3D printing and design, will give us a replacement arm for this. So maybe something that we can even slip the tail over. I don't know. Core it out a little bit with the drill. Just an idea. Bring his other arm down. And this, I've heard a lot of complaining about this head arm situation. And I understand it. I get it. You're going to go ahead and pivot this around. Okay. And you can flip out his hand here. So his hand comes out of the top of his dino head. And you're supposed to open up his mouth, which I do. Some people I've seen, they just leave it shut. And the reason for that is, yeah, See that giant freaking gaping hole, which I guess if you want to do, you could take his little lance arm and poke it through there, and there you go. You've got that whole situation going on. Yeah, he did that. He just did that. Why are you in the frame? Get out of here. Sorry, focus. Focus, Carbide. You can do it. All right. So then, one of the last things you're supposed to do, I'm sorry, I did the epic head reveal way too early. It even says on the instructions, it's like the third from the very last step. You're supposed to boop, pop it up. So let's just pretend I did that. Ta-da! Ooh! Ooh! Cool. We've already seen his head anyway. All right. So anyway, so then one of the last things you're going to do is you're going to take this torso or this chest section from his Dino mode, and you can see this little tab here, this little pokey outy guy is going to go in that slot right back there. Can you see that? Okay, we're just going to take that and pop it right in there, and then you can pretty much do whatever you want with his arms. The instructions say to have him dangling like this, which is convenient because then he can, you know, go give himself a little pat on the tushy. Hey, keep up the good work there, Mr. Scorn. It's good job. Keep up the good work, Scorn. And then he's got this this gargantuous thing poking out of his back. Anyway, and then one of the things that I really appreciate about this figure, and any figure who implements weapon storage in either mode, his Dino mode or, you know, I should say alt mode or his robot mode, right here in the bottom of his tail, being held in by these two little tabs, is his sword. And I'm going to say that this is a pretty G1-esque sword. I mean, it's pretty reminiscent, though we never had a Scorn figure to speak of, but I'm okay with that. I like new figures, and if I'm not mistaken, I do believe Scorn was a member of the Dinobots in the IDW comic books. He didn't look anything like this, but, you know, whatever. So he can hold his sword, of course. Looks great. So he's got his little Lancey Poo. And he is actually very stable thanks to these Dino feet, the way that they work. Okay, maybe not super stable. You know, he's not like, whoa! That's what that expression is. You know, when I first look at these fins like that, you guys remember the, I think it was Maxell audio commercials with the guy sitting in the recliner, the speaker blowing him back? That's what that reminds me of right there. See if we can't do something with that. So anyway, there he is in robot mode, and all I can say is, if you have $10 and you don't pick this up, you don't like Transformers. You don't like fun. You're the kind of guy or gal who likes to sit at home and stare at the wall, which some walls are nice to stare at. But fun is generally, it usually involves doing something. And this guy, I feel like I can play with this guy with my kids, and he's not going to get all super floppy in the ball joints, because really, he doesn't have a lot of ball joints. He's got a lot of swivels, regular joint hinges. The only ball joints that I've seen on him so far are really in his hips here and in his head. If you look back there, he does have a ball joint back there, so we can go ahead and move right into articulation. His head, you can move it up, but it's going to pop off that ball joint, so you can actually come in here and there's two little angles on the edge of his helmet there where they make contact with the back of that ball joint platform, and you could take like a Dremel or even just a pocket knife and whittle those down, and he would have super articulation in that little head of his. His arms, you know, he's got a bicep swivel here for his lance, or yeah, joint, whatever. The swivel here, shoulders can go up and down. You can twist all around like that, so he can be like, yeah, shoot the moon. Sorry, I don't have enough room here. Let's move him out, move that up. There you go. There we got him. Kind of makes it look like he's holding a telephone pole or flagpole. I'm going to put a little surrender flag up there. I give up. Stop shooting, you crazy guys. Jeez. Just want to go to the mall. Okay. Swivel in the hand due to transformation. What can I say about all this back here? I mean, it doesn't look terrible. He's got a little toe bend here. Legs can swivel, knees can bend, and because of his chicken-leggedness, you can actually get pretty good deep knee bends. I mean, look at that. He's like getting ready to kick the pole. He's like, whoosh, oh, goal, goal, goal. Sorry. Yeah, the World Cup's over. Good job, Germany. Good job. Suckers. Argentina should have won. Whatever. All right. No, I love Germany. They're all great teams. To the victor goes the spoils. So anyway, that's him. You can get a little bit of a waist swivel if you unpeg this thing in the back. Remember what I said? You peg that in there. Basically, just freezes him in place. It also gives you somewhere to put that thing, that you can get a good little waist swivel out of him. You can't go that way. You can't go to his left. You can go to his right. You can go there pretty much all day long. Well, what is that? About 90 degrees, roundabout. So that's not bad. It's something, you know. They give us a little something there. That's cool. I'm down with that. That's nice. All right, so we can go ahead and take a look at him. Comparison shot with his compañeros. Okay, so here he is alongside his fellow Dinobot Slug. And those two look pretty good together. And I think it was Vangelis I heard that says that with their whole color scheme, they look very Sentai, and I would have to agree. I think they are quite Power Rangery. And here they are with their companion in battle, Drift. Put him in the middle there? No. How about off to the side? There we go. That looks alright. And you can see they all look pretty good together. One thing I can say about him is that, oops, completely out of frame. He has no light piping. And really, to be honest, I'm not sure if any of these guys from, doggone it, why are you afraid of the camera? I don't think any of these guys are going to have light pipe. Oh my gosh. Wow. Foot in mouth. He has light piping. And it's really, really faint. Can you see it? I can't. I can't tell it. I mean, there it is. Plain as day. Oh well, whatever. It's not about you today. It's about him. He doesn't need light piping. He's a freaking Spinosaurus. Come on. Light shows up for this guy. He doesn't need to have it coming out of his eyes. So there they are together. Once again, this is Transformers 4 Age of Extinction Scorn. And like I said before, you got $10. Pick him up. Target, Walmart, maybe Walmart, I don't know. Toys R Us, you're probably going to find him for about $14 there. Better prices at Target. You get them online right now. I will have a link down here in the description. And I'm going to try and be fancy and put a link right here. I don't know what it's going to be for, but I'm going to try to put one right there. Thanks you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe and keep it real, keep it peaceful, and keep it crazy.